And I have another craft fair idea for you today. This one is so exciting to me because it's going to be probably the easiest craft fair project that you make this year. It is so much fun, so easy, and it turns out so cute. So let me show you what these are. If you watched my series last year, you know that I made some cute little notepad wallets, and they were the little mini size with notepads from the Dollar Tree. Well, guess what? These are also notepad wallets. And they are so easy to make and so cute, and they're using notepads, yes, you guessed it, from the Dollar Tree. So I cannot wait to show you how to make these things. They're so quick and easy. I'm going to show you all the ones that I've made already. I went crazy making these, and I wish I would have had more notepads. I might still go get some more from Dollar Tree, because these are so addicting. So let me show you the notepads that I'm talking about. So these right here, and I didn't save a package, but I did save the packaging. These notepads right here, they look like this. They come in a pack of 3, and it's just these white lined sheets. You get 40 per tablet here. I already added my Scor Tape to the back, but they're covered, or the backs are chipboard, and like I said, they come in a pack of 3 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Can you believe that? This is the first year that I've seen these ones at the Dollar Tree, and you can, if you don't have a Dollar Tree or if you don't have one near you, you can order these online in bulk though, I think. So I'm gonna put my link to the Dollar Tree down below, online, and all you have to do is click that link and then search the legal 3-pack legal pads, and these will come up and they'll come right to your doorstep. So you can order those online for sure, or just go into Dollar Tree and find them. They're always in mine, so you should be able to find them pretty easily. Okay, so let's get started, but first let me show you the beautiful paper pad that I used to make all of these. So I've been hoarding this one just a little bit. It's called Cute Cute Cacti, and it's by DCWV, and it is so, so, so pretty. I live in Arizona, and these just fly off the shelf, the cactus themed things. So as you can see, a lot of the cute paper, okay, this is one of my favorites with the teepee, cactus, and moons, but I used most of the cute ones. And look at this here. There was like little circle images, and I cut them out using my 1.5-inch scallop circle punch, and they were an instant embellishment for the front. Check that out. I just popped it up on some foam tape, and I had an instant embellishment. So you can really go in your stash and see what you have for that. But this paper pad was so pretty, and I was able to use a lot of the papers out of it. So let me show you all the ones that I made. You're going to need. First, let me show you the scrapbook paper. So the scrapbook papers that you're going to need measure 12 by 8 1/8. So it's 8 1/8 tall by 12 inches wide. And then you're going to need a piece that measures 2 inches tall by 12 inches wide. And So once you make a bunch of these, you'll be able to mix and match your strip with your big piece. So make sure that these two pieces are two different patterns. And as I mentioned in all my videos, I'm using scrapbook paper, which is pattern cardstock. And the thicker the cardstock, the better for this one. So if you have some different brands that have thinner cardstock, make sure you use one that's pretty thick. You can even use, solid cardstock for this if you want. But DCWV puts out a pretty thick cardstock. So that's what you're going to need as far as paper. And then of course you're going to need one of these notepads out of the 3-pack. So they come attached. Just make sure you unattach them and make sure all of them have the chipboard on the back. So don't attach it to where you peel it off without the chipboard. Make sure it has the chipboard on the back. And then as you can see here, I've already covered mine just to save time for the video with my Scor Tape. And I always have these linked below because they're my favorite adhesive ever. And this is the 2-inch Scor Tape, and I have the 1/2 inch on hand. So I just did the border completely with the 1/2 inch, and then the 2-inch just down the middle, and then I'll just fill a couple lines in here with my ATG gun. So that way it has a good stick when we go to put it inside our notepad wallet. And then, of course, very important is a bone folder. And then optional, you'll just need a little embellishment and some foam tape. So I'll link this paper pad below if I can find it, so you can cut these out like I did. And I'll even try to find this punch because it worked perfectly for those little circles. And then this is just foam adhesive. You can find it anywhere. But if I can find the one I used, I'll link it below. So let's get started on this tutorial. So the first thing you're going to do for this super easy tutorial, flip your scrapbook paper over. If you're using single-sided, make sure the pattern is facing the table and the blank side is up. If it's double-sided, just make sure you have the pattern that you want facing the table. So I really utilize my craft mat for this. If you don't have a craft mat, you can just grab a ruler and do this, but it's so easy. So what you're going to do first is get all this adhesive off, because you need this super sticky to adhere down to your paper. So I'm just going to use my ATG gun to fill a couple of lines in. So now we have this completely covered with adhesive, and this is where your craft mat comes in. Okay, so I have my paper angled on here so you can see the bottom of it. Now, if you have a craft mat, this is so easy because you just have to count in from that edge 3 inches. So these boxes are 1 inch, so 1, 2, 3. So I know that this line right here is my 3-inch line. If you don't have a craft mat, all you have to do is grab your ruler and put the edge at the 3-inch mark right there, and you'll know that that's where your 3 inches is. Okay, but because I have my craft mat here, I'm just going to use that. So I know that this is 3 inches in right here. This line marks 3 inches. So this is the easiest thing ever, you guys. All you have to do is take your notepad. It's full of adhesive. Kind of flip this up and get it out of your way so you can see the chipboard. So I zoomed in just a little. You just need to take your chipboard at that 3-inch mark where this edge meets it and line it up straight at the bottom, leaving a little sliver of that white paper showing. Make sure that your line is even. It's very easy. And all you're doing right now is literally just this edge. Because once you see that that lines up with the 3 inches and your line is even down here, you're just going to press down and let go. And it turns out perfect every single time. As long as you use that method, as you can see, to lay it down. And now everything is so easy from here on out. Just go ahead and burnish that down. Be careful when you get up here. You don't want to separate the paper from the chipboard. So just be gentle up there, but burnish all of that glue to the paper. And your notepad is adhered. It's so easy, right? So then the next thing you're just going to do is take the paper on each side, find the chipboard and the notepad, use it as a guide to kind of fold this up gently. so it gives it a natural score line there. And fold it over. And then take your bone folder and just crease that fold. And then do the same for this side. Now, I have different ones where I have this one on the top or this one, but I kind of like the short one being on the top. This side is a bit shorter, and I like the look of that. So just use your bone folder again. And you're like almost completely done with this already. It's so easy, right? The only optional thing that I have done, and you can do this before you glue your notepad in, is I round these corners because sometimes they can get bent and it just looks a little nicer. So optional is using a corner rounder. So I have this one here and I'll link it below, but I'm just gonna use my 1/4 inch side and round my corners. So like I said, it's way easier to do this if you round the corners before you start gluing everything down, but you can still make it work. So now we have our cute little notepad wallet and it's all folded. Use your bone folder to crease those down. And isn't that adorable? You can mass produce these things so fast. I made all of mine in a matter of like a couple hours. So then what I do is if I'm mass producing, I just put something heavy right here and I put it aside and I keep making the other ones. But since we're just making the one today, let me show you how to make the belly band. It's so easy. So you're gonna take your strip, flip it upside down, set your notepad wallet on top, and just make it, you don't have to measure this, but just make it so this side is a little bit longer than this side, like that. Then you're just simply going to fold this in and fold this in and just get those creases really nice. You want to do this as tight as you can, okay? Because no matter how tight you hold it, it's always going to loosen up a little bit. So then what you're going to do is see where this line is, where they meet, the edge of this. You're just going to take your bone folder and make a little crease there, just so you can kind of see it and know where to glue. So you can either take your Scor Tape or your ATG gun right up to that score line you just made and be pretty generous. Go all the way to the edge with ATG or with your Scor Tape. Then you're going to pull this as tight as you can. Like I said, try to keep it as tight as you can. And this, don't rip it though, and glue that down. Then burnish it really well. Okay, then you're going to slip it off. And this is where the crease is, like where the papers meet. So you're going to turn it over and have it on the nice clean side. So it might be a little tough at first to get it on there, but that's good. And I promise you it'll go on, because you want it to have as tight as a fit as you can so it doesn't slip off. So look at how cute our notepad wallet is. It's so cute. The last thing to do is just add a little embellishment right here. And I like to pop it up on some foam adhesive to make it a little dimensional. It's so easy and the possibilities are endless, because you could just take your punches and make any shapes. Last year on the little mini notepad wallets, I just punched a heart. So there we go. And now we have a cute little pop-up cactus right here. And actually, I ran out of I only had 12 of the little circle images. So I went to one of the pages and I just cut little designs out. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, so like this one here. This was just a page and I just went and took my punch and just cut out images on my own because I ran out of the little circle images. So here's our cute notepad. That was the easiest thing ever, and it's just so nice to hold in your hand. So this is a great gift for your kids' teachers, co-worker. You could mass produce these in a matter of hours and literally have so many stocked for your craft fair with different papers. I might go get some and make some for Christmas. Oh, these are just probably my favorite project, quick and easy, and I hope that you enjoyed it. So here again are the other ones I've made. So I think all together I think I had 18 little notepads because I had 6 packages of 3. So these could not be easier, and those notepads are so cheap at the Dollar Tree. I hope that you give this a try. Okay, so for packaging, you guys know I use what I have, and what I did is I packaged these up with 2 different options because I have a little bonus idea for you. The first way, of course, is this nice packaged up in this clear bag, and I absolutely love it. It looks so nice like this, and it just presents as such a nice product for your craft fair. So there's this normal way, and I'll link this below because, as you know, I use what I have, and the bags that I have is this size, and these are slightly too big for the size of the notebooks. So what I did is I just kind of taped mine with the slack here to make it look all nice and pretty and tidy. And so these are the ones that I use, and I'll link those below, but I will also link below the ones that fit these notepads perfectly. So just look below for that. And then here's your other option. You can kind of amp these up a little bit by adding some pens. And I tried a couple different ways to put these in here, but I have a brand new set of gel pens, and I just took them out and put them all in this shoebox thing. But my parents got me these gel pens, and I decided that I wanted to use them for my craft fair because they're so cute. They're all different colors and they're brand new. So what I did is I took the notebook and I used this size again. And then I took this size here, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a tall, skinny one. And like I said, I'm using what I have on hand. So these measure like 2 by 10 or something, which you don't need it that long. You don't even really need it that wide either. So I'll link some different options of the skinny ones below as well from clearbags.com. But then I just took 2 pens. So I chose these 2 colors and I put them in here like that, and I just seal it up. These on hand, but it just makes for like a nicer presentation if you put them in clear bags. So then you have like all this slack over here, but that's a good thing because when you put it in the package with the notepad, which I'll show you, here's your clear bag, and this is the front. So we want to turn it over so the opening is at the bottom, and then just slip your notepad in there. And because these bags are too big, you're going to scoot this all the way to the left, and you have all this slack over here. Now you take these and you're going to put them over the notepad, not under, because if you put them under, they'll slip under and you won't be able to see them. So that's why having that slack on the side here is good, because then you won't miss any of the notepad. You'll be able to see right through that. So then I just slide that in there, try to arrange it the way I like it, and then let's seal it up and we'll see how it looks. These clear bags are so thick and nice, and they just are so great to work with. So then you just have a cute notepad wallet with 2 gel pens, and they fit in here perfectly, and you don't even miss any of the notepad because that clear slack right there, you can see right through it obviously. So that's how that looks. That's how this looks. I'm kind of going towards this look, but I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to be using these gel pens in a future project as well, because look how many I have, and they write really good. I'll link this exact brand that I got below. My parents got it for me as a gift. So it's your choice whether you want to package it like this with some cute pens or just alone like this. Okay, let's talk about pricing. And I struggled with this one because everything inside me wants to sell these for $2 each, because the little ones I had last year I sold for $1 each, and they were a great seller. However, I do know that these are a lot bigger, they're nicer quality, they have more sheets, so I think I'm going to sell these for $3 each. And if it does not have if I decide to go with the pen, they're just going to stay at the $3. But if they don't have the pen, they're going to be $3 or 2 for $5. So that makes sense to me. You could price these to $4 if they have the pens. But like I said, the pens are a gift to me, and I really just want to utilize them to amp up some of my products in my craft fair. So I'm going to keep the price point at $3. And these ones, if I do it like this, $3 or 2 for $5. So there is my project. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you go out and make a million of these things. They're so easy. You can use all your paper pads, make your own embellishments like I did, and have fun with it. If you want to see more craft fair projects, please give this video a thumbs up. I just cannot tell you how much I appreciate all of your feedback, all of your comments. I read every single one of them. If I don't have time to get back to them, just know that I'm reading every single one of them. Thank you so much for your support. I'm going to be back very soon with another project. It's not going to be too much longer before I start in with my Christmas and holiday themed projects. So thank you again for all your support. Have a great long weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!